I discovered Korea through a screen, a K-drama. At the time, I was simply watching a story. But eventually, I started wondering, how did that Korean story reach me? To answer that question, I had to go back. The story of Hallyu takes us back to the 1990s. After South Korea established diplomatic relations with China in 1992, Korean television dramas and pop music began gaining popularity among Chinese-speaking audiences. And then, Korean television crossed a border. In 1997, one of the early successful Korean dramas, What is Love?, was broadcast by China's CCTV. Korea.net reports that it recorded a 4.2% audience rating equivalent to more than 150 million Chinese viewers. Think about that. More than 150 million people sitting in front of screens, watching a story from Korea. That same year, another drama would become closely associated with the early Korean wave, Star in My Heart. It premiered in Korea on March 10, 1997, and was later broadcast across mainland China. Its stars became famous, and suddenly, Korean actors weren't just Korean actors anymore. They were Hallyu stars. But something else happened. The phenomenon needed a name. In Chinese media, the term Hallyu, meaning the Korean wave, emerged in the late 1990s, a word created outside Korea to describe the growing fascination with Korea. Then the wave found another way to travel. Music. Korean pop music, especially dance music, was gaining popularity among Chinese teenagers. And in February 2000, the ripple became much bigger. Korean boy group HOT performed at Beijing Workers' Gymnasium. Korea.net describes the concert as a decisive moment in igniting Korean pop culture fever in China. Thousands of fans weren't just watching Korea anymore, they were cheering for it. From China, it continued across Asia. Then, in 2003, another drama opened an even bigger door. Winter Sonata. When it aired on Japan's NHK, it became a major catalyst for the Hallyu boom there. For some viewers, Korea was no longer just something on television. It became somewhere they wanted to know. And that's the part of the story that fascinates me. The people watching those dramas in the 1990s. The teenagers listening to Korean music. The fans filling that stadium in Beijing. They were all standing at the beginning of something. Something that would eventually reach me. And then came a moment when the wave became impossible to ignore. July 2012, PSY released Gangnam Style. 6 months later, on December 21st, the music video became the first video on YouTube to reach 1 billion views. What began as Korean dramas and music reaching audiences abroad grew into something much bigger. A culture people wanted to watch, listen to, taste, learn, and experience. So when I look at my own story, I don't see myself as the beginning. I'm part of the continuation. Someone watched the first dramas. Someone listened to the first songs. Someone became curious. And that curiosity traveled from one person to another, from one screen to another, across borders, across generations. I thought I discovered Korea through K-dramas. But now I realize Korea had been traveling toward me long before I found it. Every wave has a beginning, and every viewer has a story. This is how Korea reached me.